Well, I did this for the first episode, and I feel like it's only appropriate to continue on the tradition. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Doujinshi, and welcome back to another episode of Hentai Reviews, where, right now, I'm going to be telling you that I have yet to actually watch episode 2, and I'm going to go into it. As a man of anime-related culture, I'd like to say not a lot can scar me, even though people say this show is not only fucked up, but also a straight-up hentai. So, I'm gonna get to watching that, and just to let you know, I have read Berserk, so very little can hurt me. I'll see you guys on the other side. On the other side. I don't know, cue the SpongeBob clip. That hurt. Okay, that was not fun. What the fuck? How many more episodes of this are there? God damn it, there's 2 more. Okay, well, I'm back. I just watched the second episode. God fucking damn it. Alright, new plan. Each episode is going to be rated a little bit differently than the way that I've normally been rating these. And I'm going to go ahead and give a brief overview of everything that's happened. Kind of running plot synopsis of what I've normally been doing. So let's go ahead and kick this off. And if you're not familiar, Dr. Doujinshi, welcome to Hentai Reviews. This is a special series we're doing because I hate myself. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And definitely this is not the main thing we normally do here. Somebody requested this, and I'm going to go assault them after I finish this video. Because this was a horrible idea. But let's go ahead and get into it. Redo of a Healer, Episode 2, done by our friends over at TNK. I fucking hate you guys. TNK, fuck you, why would you animate this? 24 minutes and 6 seconds long, with a total of 14 categories, notable of which are Monster, Horror, and Mind Break. Yes, all of those apply. And I'm assuming Monster is more along the lines referring to the main character. Because I know he went through a lot of horrible shit in the first episode, but they don't skimp out on any of it in this episode. And he is a dick. So far, I'm not seeing any good characters in this. Alright. It starts off with the healer, main character, Kiryu. Oh, is that his name? Kiaru. Asking not to be forced to heal anybody, while he's still being treated respectively, as he normally is. And he has a pep talk from the princess. The princess says, hey, do this to help us out. And then he says, no, it fucking hurts. Recap, if he heals somebody, he goes through like all of their past trauma, but they literally regenerate from any possible wounds. And after he does that, the princess then asks one of the people, one of the servants, to, hey, give this to him to help him calm down. She comes in with a thing of tea, he drinks it, and says, oh shit, here we go. Bam! Passes out on the floor. And wakes up to the main guard beating the shit out of him. It's apparent 28 lashes, as they love to say throughout this entire thing. In which case, he gets his ass kicked. The princess then goes along her insane ramblings that continue on, and he starts to be force-fed. They said healing potions in the beginning of the first episode, but now they're just straight-up drugs. They are force-feeding this guy horrible things, and I feel bad for every second of it, because it's kind of hard to watch. Because not only is he being force-fed drugs, he is also being forced to heal a whole bunch of people who he is not happy with, notable of which is a character who has lost his arms, who then heals, and then shows that he has the ability to turn iron to gold, alchemy sort of thing, alchemy in the style of Full Metal Alchemist, except the Philosopher's Stone in Full Metal Alchemist, where they just straight up create matter or change it at will. Keep in mind, in the first episode, they did establish that he has the ability to steal abilities from people he heals, which is, I don't know how that's healing, but maybe it's because evolution is also healing, and evolution also takes into the ability to steal ideas from other things. Kind of like how some caterpillars steal the looks of snakes so that they can like scare off other things. But I'm digressing a little bit. I'm just trying to make sense of this fucked up show, and I'm still saying Berserk is darker than this, but Jesus fucking Christ. Father bless me, I didn't mean to say that. Damn. Alright, after being force-fed these, he is extreme, it rhymes with grape, and it happens a lot to him because he is being force-fed drugs, and then he's being assaulted in a very not epic gamer way in a dungeon, in which case he is also forced to heal people, and he's slowly stealing abilities from this, all the way until 6 months later of this. My guy, you did not have to do this for 6 months. You had alchemy like day 3. That's all you needed. But nonetheless, I think they explain it with he's trying to build up an immunity to the poisons, even though he also was trying to build up the immunity already in the first episode by eating a shit ton of poisonous mushrooms. But those seem like two very different things. You don't become immune to poison by drinking rattlesnake venom and then be like, you know what, cyanide capsule. That's gonna make my shit, that's not gonna make me affected by cyanide. You're still gonna have your flesh fucking eaten out. You're just gonna not have to worry about your blood getting thicker when a rattlesnake bites you, you fucking idiot. I'm going off into a little bit of a tangent right now. I don't mean to make this as longer than it is, because I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this. But I still gotta watch a whole bunch of more episodes because the loving fans, 40 of which are out there, thank you very kindly, every single one of you. The number has grown so high. I'm gonna get back to this so that I can praise you guys later. It goes on a little bit further with the darkness kind of going off with not only is he being violated by the men guards of the group, but he's also being done to by women of the group who are like pouring it down the crease of their boobs into his mouth, which is fucked up in general. You know that whole like doing coke off a stripper's ass? Why is that appealing? Why is that appealing? That sounds like just a bad decision on top of a weird decision. This is a bad decision being made by somebody who clearly doesn't know what happens when you let a junkie loose. This guy is being turned into a junkie with healing superpowers, and you're deciding to get on his shit list. Junkies are already scary when they don't have superpowers. But after the entirety of this whole thing, he waits 6 months, and then at the end of it, he's kind of on his hands and knees 90% of the time, talking about how he just wants more drugs. And then the princess gets fed up with it, throws the empty bottle at his face, and it kind of busts, bleeds, and he kind of snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I'm just doing stupid shit now. Because I don't want to remember this. He gets his head busted in. He realizes who he is. She walks away. And then she notices something, but then continues to walk away further, taking everybody with her. And then he just decides, you know what? Fuck this bitch. And then he does alchemy on his collar to make it super brittle. I mean, sure. That seems like the most likely thing. And then he just does the same thing to the door, opens it up, and then walks out. Now, it cuts to a little bit later, of which they're like looking for him because he's escaped. And then it shows the head guard, who gave him 28 lashes, then has him with a bind around the back, and then smashes his head into the ground, and then walks away. And then they have them there. The princess is like, you know what? You, guard, you're coming up to my room so we can discuss this further. They both go up there. He goes up there with 2 maids and the princess, and then he kills both the maids. And it's revealed after he heals his own face that it was Kiaru the entire time because he learned how to change his face. I don't know where he got that from. He says it briefly, but I don't remember anything about it because I was too focused on literally what happens next. So the doppelganger that's downstairs with his face bashed in and his hands tied, that was the original guard that he was masquerading as. And now he is in a room with two corpses, a very frightened princess, and him, who is a fucking asshole. He decides to, hey, I'm going to gloat over how you're a bitch, and I'm going to get my revenge. So then he does the whole thing with breaking fingers, and he says, if you scream once after I've broken, at any time before I break all the fingers, then something bad's gonna happen. And she's like, okay. And she doesn't scream the entire time he's breaking 9 of her fingers. He gets down to the last one, and then heals the entire hand, and then breaks the next finger again. She screams after saying, hey, you broke your promise. And after she screams, it gets dark. Oh shit, it gets dark. He says, oh, you lose, tears off his own clothes, tears off her clothes, heals her hands, and then cripples her to where her legs no longer work. Oh, it gets dark. Oh, it gets super dark. And, this is where the memes that you've seen come in. You know, the one where it's like he looks like, Anakin holding the lightsaber. But the context of that is, I have a heart-on, and I have this blazing rod. And you have to decide which one that you want, or they're both going inside of you. And I don't know if he meant he was going to stab and murder her with it after he did the other thing, but my thought was he was going to shove that up her ass, and I really hope that wasn't the outcome, because I don't want to see a spin-off doujin of literally anything where that happens. I'm a degenerate, but I'm a good person on the inside. Apparently not. Watch this fucking series. But afterwards, that's where the first and only scene of this episode kicks in, running at 16 minutes to 18 minutes, so 2 minutes of uncomfortable, grape, struggle, snuggle, just uncomfortableness overall. Literally, the notes I put just says, like, UH. Like, I don't want to write what I saw, and it was dark, and it was mean. After he's doing that, he took the barb that he had and he threw it away, and it landed on a carpet, and it slowly started to burn the whole place up. So then afterwards, he picks her up, shows her the castle she's never going to see again, heals her face somehow, and changes it to where it's no longer her own face, and then erases her memory, changes his own face, and then escapes into the night. In which case he wakes up the next day with a slightly different face. She also has a slightly different face, which is really what you need to change. I mean, her hair and body is already the same. Who are you running away from? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. She wakes up and is like, where am I? Who are you? What's my credit score? That sort of thing. And he says, you love me, and then does some weird shit where, like, she just believes everything he says. And he says, I want to sleep with you again. And she's like, okay, I guess that's what I do. She's like, but you only do it if you say these words. And then he says everything, and then he makes her beg for sex the same way he made her beg for sex before she had her memories broken. And then she says, oh man, I don't know what it... Afterwards, they just skip straight to the ending, where tits out, he's naked, she's naked, but there's no actual sex, so I'm not counting it as a scene. She says, hey, I don't remember too much, but I remember having a strong feeling for you, and that feeling is love. And then he's like, oh cool. Also, your name is Freya, and my name is Kiaragu? I don't know. It's something stupid that's really similar to his original name. And then it reinvents himself, and he's like, I'm going to be the strongest healer. In which case, the episode ends, leading to the 3 pillars. Go ahead, and I'm not even going to do the transition anymore. I'm not doing the fucking transition for this series. Here's the animation. It's great. It's anime quality. It's a 9 out of 10. Mostly because the series I did previous to this, or at least the one I did right before, the amber-colored hunter, better animation. I'm going to say that overall. Characters. They're mean as fuck. I don't want to rate the characters in this. They're all fucking horrible, but they're also, like, he's compelling because he's a dick. And he has a good reason for being a dick. But this is not how revenge works. You just murder her and move on. You don't have to go through this many steps. I'm not going to rate the characters, okay? It's a 9 out of 10 for animation. That's all you need to know. The plot, hard to watch. Because I don't have that fetish. And it's fucking mean-spirited. It's like not good in a way. It's just mean and you feel bad for having your dick out. Which is why I didn't. I watched this fully clothed. Oh, with nothing. I wasn't doing anything. This was hard to watch. But nonetheless, all I put for the plot is grape. Just the word grape. I didn't even write the actual word. It's grape. Overall, I'm gonna keep watching it just because I'm already 2 episodes in and I feel like I gotta go further. Just to be clear, I'm going two episodes and then further into this after I watched 2 episodes of Vampire Knight, and then I said, fuck this show, I don't want to watch it anymore. So I'm going to keep watching this out of pure spite for how much I dislike Vampire Knight. Okay. So, until next time, I have been the Doctor. I'm not going to have a good day. And I'd like to say, this is a weird episode for me to be like, I'm so proud of the fact that we got to 40 subscribers. It's 40 fucking people. 40 people is like a platoon and a half. Just, I love all you guys for being around, watching me do goofy shit from day 1 to now. We are almost halfway to 100. That is fucking ridiculous, and I love all of you so much. Thank you for everybody, and thank you for the new people that love interacting with me. Especially the people who give me recommendations for good hentai instead of this. Until next time, I've been the Doctor. Don't be a dick. There's too many of them. Have a nice day, and wash your fucking hands. Doctor, out. Peace.